So, hello. I think we're on live. I believe I was just chatting away to myself. I think so. If I repeat myself again, then excuse me. Welcome to an evening of psychic mediumship. So really looking forward to adding some value to you guys, because this is a new broadcast where I on camera readings and text readings. So just when you're on, come say hello, don't be shy, and let me know that you're here tonight. We have, I can see myself, I can see Counselling and Health. We are streaming on 3 different platforms. So if you get a little bit mixed up, you can't quite see your comment, it's because we're on Counselling and Health and my Angelina Ray page. And then maybe a little bit of a few seconds delay because of me being on StreamYard. So do type in your questions and don't forget to watch the link so that you can register for your readings. I'm just going to contact my admin team just to make sure that everything is going well. Because I can't seem to see the comments. Let's have a look. Okay. Jump on, guys. Don't be shy. Come say hello. I can only see myself on here. So I'm going to shuffle the cards just to get the energy up. And I've already tuned into my guides. So I know we do have a cue formulating here. So I do have spirit around me as we speak. I'm getting a few names. So we're really rearing to go. I can't get my words out. So we have Alua, I think that's how I pronounce your name. And she says, can someone have message me back for your, okay, that is a spam. Guys, if there's a comment on this thread that asks you to contact them for a free reading, do not contact them for a free reading, because that is what we call spam. And I don't ever contact anyone to ask them for readings, because that's just not how it goes. Okay, hello Phoebe, and welcome from London. I'm from South London myself. It's lovely to find out where you guys are, where you're located. Okay, so we have one person on camera ready for ready for a reading. And we're just going to wait a second or two till we get that on the go. And then while I do, I want to say a few more hello. So I hope you all have been enjoying the sunshine today. We've got Like the Sun. I think that's an unusual name. And you are from Nigeria. I'm hoping that it's nice and, well, it would be nice and sunny where you are. I don't know what time of day it is around. I don't know what the time difference is. I'm in the UK. And another thing, it says your heart knows your truth. That's amazing. Okay, so I know that there's going to be a whole lot of newbies on here, and I'm sure I can see a few that are joining me from my readings. Oh, we have Heidi here in the waiting room. I think we're going to go to a video reading. And Night to them says it's 8 p.m. here. Okay. Let me see how we work this. Add to stream. So we're going to start with Heidi on cam. Oh, we don't want to do that. Lovely to see you. I recognise your face.
Hey.
Years ago. So I know, for you viewers, I know I've known you from the area that I live.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about you, so this is going to be an
No.
amazing reading. Thank you for coming on cam, first of all, because hopefully people will lead by example and brave it to have a reading like this on Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to tune in and I'm just going to go where I'm guided. And if you've got any questions or anything comes up, then do feel free just to jump in whenever you need to. I do feel like I have an uncle. I feel like I have uncles with you, and I feel like I have an uncle who's driving a van. But I'm getting all sorts of names because I'm getting like Bob, I'm getting Fred. I feel like this person would be someone who is quite it comes to me like community, but gruff, a little bit gruff, because I've got a bit of a gruff voice. But I know he would have known a lot of people. I don't know whether you can take an uncle in spirit.
I have got uncles in spirit. Yeah.
So we want a little bit of information. So I'm getting it that this person, this uncle, for you, he would have spent a lot of time driving around. So I do feel like he's in a van or something.
Okay, yeah, that wouldn't be an uncle. That would be somebody else that was a lorry driver.
Yeah. So he's quite close to you, but also that I know he's around you, giving you messages. I don't know. I just feel that there's a good relationship that you have, that you've had. Hang on, because I'm trying to get the words right and how it's coming up. Because what he's telling me is that he wants you to be more communicative.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a sense that he wants you speaking out more. And this is why he's come in, because he has that type of personality. There's something about somebody's trying to persuade you on something. I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't know whether this is a gentleman that's around you. And what I'm getting as well is this person who I have in spirit, he would be a little bit keep things a little bit hush hush. Wouldn't keep it in the family or keep it quiet, or he wouldn't be. There's not too. He's not telling me a hell of a lot when we're talking.
Sorry, Tyler, shush. Sorry, it's my son.
All right, bless him. Okay. Because as soon as I got this gentleman that I'm trying to describe, the one that's around you, it's gone a little bit quiet. Okay. Are we having communications? Would you say that there's communication problems with your father or someone like a father figure?
Not really communication problems. I don't really speak to you. I used to speak to my dad every day, whereas now it's sort of he's working, I'm working, so it's a bit like this.
A little bit like this, because when you said that, I could feel a little bit of emotion around there. There's a little bit of it, and I know I'm being told that you would keep things to yourself, which is ironic because you're on here.
Yeah.
So, but he's just highlighting that because he's saying to me, I know it would be difficult to you, otherwise you just get on and do it. But
yeah, I don't speak to people.
No, and it's on your mind. I think you do miss him or miss the. I'm hearing that what you're looking for is clarity. So I know that there's a few decisions you've got to make, and I'm being told for you to read the guidelines. So it's something around, I don't know whether this is property that I'm getting. There's a sense at the moment that you feel like you've made a mistake, but I want to say everything that you're leading, that what everything that you're dealing with now, everything's happening for a reason.
Okay,
that's what I'm getting. Everything's happening for a reason, and I feel like this person can get a little bit confused because I feel a bit fuzzy headed with him. I feel like I've got a bit of a headache, and some of his words it's just not making complete sense. But I feel like, let me get a little bit more information from him. Do you understand when I'm saying you've got to make some decisions? Does that feel a little bit personal?
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, because that's where I'm like, oh, I don't know whether to go into it or not.
Okay.
Everything. I want to link into your granddad, actually, because I feel like I have granddad with me as well.
Okay.
I have granddad with you. And there's something around somebody's telling you, or you feel like that you need to be more appreciative, or so someone's giving you a hard time. That's what I'm getting. And I'm being told for you to have more value.
Okay.
So for you to really hold yourself in more esteem, because I feel like you're being broken down. So I know this is about confidence issues, and there is stuff that you can do on the sideline, because I feel like you've got a lot of potential to build a steady income. For whatever reason, something's got the better of you, where you're not doing it. There's more to achieve, but there's something standing in the way for you to truly focus. I know that I've got a lot of sunshine with me, so come the summertime, that's when you're going to feel a lot better. And I see that things are kicking off. That's how I'm getting it. It's kicking off. So I don't know if that's kicking off in a bad way, like it has been kicking off, or it's kicking off. But I know that in the summertime is when things are going to start to really flourish and excel. If you've had a quiet patch, you've kind of needed it. But I just think that, yeah, your confidence is going to come back. Your confidence is going to come back. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you? Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of, would you say that there's someone around you that's been a little bit like dagger? Is it cloak and dagger? A little bit a bit secretive, and not really giving themselves to you, not really telling you much?
Not really, no.
There's an experience. There's almost like, I feel like how am I getting it? It's like no ifs, no buts. That's what I'm getting. No ifs, no buts. I think this is your son. Have you got a
2 boys?
Yeah, because as soon as I got no ifs and buts, it's almost like I want a little bit of do as I say.
Yeah.
And don't give excuses.
Okay.
So I know that this grandfather who's come in at the same time wants to give that to you. So they're really building you up. But I do feel like how is your job? Are you happy in where you are? Because I feel like there's something part-time.
Yeah, I do really love my job, but I could do something part-time doing the same job.
Yeah. So I think the part-time is going to come in, and it's really going to come into fruition.
Okay.
And you need that. That's what I think. You need that. And as soon as I said that, I've got the triumph card, but I've also got your intuition, because I do feel like you are you know what you want, and you know how to get it, but for some reason sometimes you block it out.
Yep.
And it's the people around you. So I think that might be to do with some decisions, because I think that you'll be filtering the wheat from the chaff a little bit more.
Okay.
And that, have you got any questions for me in particular?
No, not really. It was just sort of a clarification, really.
Do you think that I'm touching on a point that you wanted clarifying?
Yeah.
Because I think I just come in is quite short and sweet, because what I want to do is just touch on the point that you need to know.
Yeah.
And I think we've got right to the answer.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not a big discusser. I don't talk to people. So yeah. So yeah. I can take what you've said. Yeah.
It's like cut go straight to the point.
Yeah.
Cut the crap, I want to say.
Yeah.
And this is how this guy's working with me as well. Because he's saying a few things BS, like cut the BS. And just get to what you need. And that's what it is. So I do feel, money, that could be a lot better. And there is definitely, that's come summertime, it'd be bam, because you've got all the, there's quite a lot of swear words, SH, out the way.
Yeah.
So I hope that's been okay for you.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And anything that that's come up on the back end, then read, do feel free to contact me. But
All right,
I just know that was just what I need to, and that's his personality. It's short and sweet. It's like, okay, and bye, I'm gone and bye. And that's exactly how he was. He'd come in, he'd say what I need to do, and then he was off.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's all I'm getting.
Perfect. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Take care.
Thanks for
joining us on camera. Okie dokie, guys. I do work with the personality of spirit when they come in and deliver the messages, how they in their kind of style, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was cheeky chappy guy. Yeah, I enjoyed working with him. And if anyone does feel like coming on, the thing is, when you have a face-to-face on camera reading, is that there's a lot more connection that I can get with you guys. I can't explain it, and there's something also about looking at someone in the whites of the eyes, because the eyes are just like the truth to your soul. And I find that you just can't beat a face-to-face reading. So we're gonna hit an ad, and then I'll be back.
The most powerful relationship you will ever have is the relationship you have with yourself.
And I could just see a little bit of it. I could just see the throat there a little bit. So I know that you're holding back some tears. But I will bring in some information so you know that I'm who I have, and if that resonates with you. Are you, is there someone around you who's backtracking on something? Do you understand what I mean? Is this like in a relationship?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. I want you moving on, and I want you soldiering on. Yeah, I feel like you're on your own. It's not about him not loving you. It's about you being brave enough to move on, because there's a limiting life experience that you have. But your time is yours now. This is about you. So I've got the accelerated motion and the fulfillment of wishes. And I feel very much about you. Have you been packing your bags, literally? Or been thinking about that?
Yes, to go on a trip back home.
Yeah. So I think the way that you've been packing your bags is because you're ready to find yourself, because that trip is going to take you into your own, and it's going to give you I feel like you're moving home, by the way.
I hope so. I've been working on it.
That you're in a good place to go at this alone.
Okay.
It's bravery. And as I'm saying that, my hand is really heating up. It's really quite warm. How do you feel with what I've said to you?
It definitely resonates. It's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm very careful. I feel like I've got a lot of emotion with me, and I'm very careful when I advise.
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want it to come from an intellectual opinion. I want to be very, if I'm saying to go, it's because I feel in my heart that there's freedom around the corner. And I'm a big advocate for mending relationships. And I can see where arguments and things can go wrong, but I can just see you going from strength to strength. And if that confirmation resonates, it's because all you needed is for me just to clarify what you already know.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Okay, so I'm just going to talk to you for a little bit about self-love whilst we amalgamate the thread with the comments, because I'm streaming on 3 pages and my admin team are just getting to grips with the new technology to see why we're on limited comments. But while we do, it should only take a few minutes or 2. But I want to just take the opportunity to plug my self-love book and courses, and why it's so important to me to be able to share my teachings. And when I say teachings, I'm just talking about my experiences of working with so many people over a significant amount of time, because I'm a therapist and have been practicing therapy for over 20 years. And during that time, I have had the pleasure of being able to receive spirit guidance and soul work with my guidance system and those of the clients who come to see me. And I tell you what, I learn something new from each person. And over the years, I've had so many consistent messages, evidence to me regarding what the soul is. So I don't want to bore you, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more until we get the until we get another. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm on, but hi in comments, there's 11 people watching. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't multitask the best because the technology throws me, and when I'm all in and on channel, I'm in. So I'm doing a little bit of flitting between the 2. But I do want to give you some interesting sharings from my guides around soul and self-love, because like I said, it's everything that's exemplified during my 20 years of work. Bear in mind, I don't give away clients' details. I know a lot of people. I do a lot of body, mind, spirit fairs, but everything that it all gets contained, and all I pick is the key lessons, and it's amazing how everyone, despite their individuality and challenges, we are the same. We literally are the same. We just have different vehicles towards what is what is our mission here as a human being. So I'm just going to, sorry, I'm going to take little breaths, and I'm going to come back to what I'm talking about, because I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anyone, because I did get a message about user and John, okay, about reading, because as you know, the new system is that you get a link, and then the admin team put you onto a reading with me online. Okay, and then Angelina says, hi Lauren, please post your question. Okay, so that's Lauren who wants a reading. So I shall just wait for admin just to let me know that they've got a reading set up for me. So guys, you just keep trying your end as well, and they will be contacting you and let you know if you and where you are in the queue. So we'll talk about self-love. I just want to differentiate self-love and self-care from it, because I just felt like that was a game changer for me. So, you know, obviously, I think you guys, a lot of you may already know, I'm stating the obvious, but self-love is, you know, the investment for me. It's the investment of maybe even sacrificing the short-term gratification for your long-term vision. And vision is something that I hold, like, it's so interesting because we look at psychicism as well, as in that you can see ahead of time, and often vision work is about being able to see things that aren't guaranteed. And that is the irony of me being a psychic medium, because I honestly feel like the best place to be is to be comfortable with not knowing. So that's a little bit cliche. So I think readings are amazing just to help solidify a little bit of a belief, a faith system, and to give you some confidence. And then there's also the aspects of being able to walk through the unshaken ground of uncertainty, of actually, taking risks, being really uncomfortable, and actually being scared, I have to say. So a little bit of anxiety and is really good. It can be really helpful. And then obviously we have the self-care, which I just love to be able to differentiate self-love and self-care, because self-care for me is about being able to nurture yourself. So yeah, I just wanted to put those two out there. And let me just make sure that I'm not missing anyone. Still no miss. Oh, I think we do have a read here. Okay, let's go for a self-love ad, and then we're going to go for a reading.
The most powerful relationship you will ever have is the relationship you have with yourself. I cannot emphasize just how important self-love is for anyone embarking on a journey of self-awareness and development. There are so many misconceptions on what self-love really is. People think it's about narcissism or selfishness, but no, it has nothing to do with things like that at all. And this is why I want to teach you about what self-love really is. So this is my free e-gift to you. I have put together a short ebook guide that will get you started on developing self-love. And this ebook will teach you 5 simple ways to be kind to yourself, starting today. This will help you increase your levels of self-appreciation and self-worth. There are fundamental aspects of happiness and joy and prosperity. And I'm going to include all of this into a short e-course and a free bonus in addition to the free ebook. I'm Angelina Ray, and I'm a qualified professional counsellor with a BACP accreditation. And I've been a therapist for over 20 years. I'm also a psychic medium, and my gifts allow me to communicate with loved ones from the other side. And I bring back messages to help you with healing and closure. I'm also a spiritual healer, a trained level 3 Reiki Master and spiritual life coach. I want to equip you with valuable tools as you start your journey, and that's why I'm giving away both these gifts for free. And with the information contained in both the ebook and the course, you'll be well on your way to nurturing the best version of you, and this will be in no time at all. But just remember, knowledge without implementation is absolutely useless. So be sure to practice what you will learn from these tools that I'm giving to you. Self-love is very important to me, and that's why if more people learn the art of self-love and practice it, the world will truly be a better place. So why don't you make a difference by starting with yourself?
Hello. Okay, so we're going to go to Michelle Grady because I'm going to be pulling up the comments on the old-fashioned way on my iPad. So Michelle, let me know that you're here, and then I'm going to pull a card and go into the read. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tap in now, and then you can just catch it on a replay, Michelle, because I know you've been messaging me on Messenger as well. Hi, hello. Okay, so we're good to go. Oh gosh, this is this is all an experiment for me, and also, you know, it's good to step into a little bit of vulnerability here. So Michelle Grady, I want to talk to you about cars. Also, there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you almost about. I don't know whether you're on a spiritual journey, because I want to talk about programming, like brain programming. There's some I can't quite get to exactly what it is, because there's a lot of conversations in my head. I just feel very, very busy, and I'm trying to, is there something also that's a feeling of like things freaking you out? So I don't know whether that's because you're coming into your own insight, or something's scaring you for some reason. So let me just make sure. I want to do things. You've just got a hell of a lot going on. You've got a lot going on. I want you to take a deep breath with me right now, as you are with me on the live, because I can feel your emotions, and just be aware of how you're thinking and how you're feeling as I'm giving you this read, because I think a lot of this is going to be about healing for you. So I just want you to draw attention to your body, especially around the abdomen area. And something is telling me to hold tight. So I know as I'm working with you with some healing, I want to bring in, it's like a spirit energy. And I feel like, I don't know whether these are words from a female, maybe a grandma, where when I'm saying hold tight, I don't know whether these are the words coming from her when she passed, whether she needed to hold tight, or whether she's telling for you to hold tight. But I do have a female and a grandma link with you. But I'm also being told to tell you to calm down, which is why I want to sit with you and offer you some healing. I want you to take some deep breaths. So I know that you've been working with some anxiety. Let me have a, there's a sense that you're in a situation where you feel trapped, and which is why I want you in your body, because it's almost like there's also an occasion coming up. I don't know if this is a birthday or okay, Michelle Grady says yes, I do. I don't know if it's a birthday. There's something coming up, but also there's a sense and a feeling that things are someone's acting around you like it's almost like things are just really trivial, and it's been blown up, why is it that I can't articulate myself very clearly at the moment, Michelle? I'm just having a look to see if you're still on here. And guys, when I'm talking, anything that resonates or comes up, just add a little comment so that I know that the information that I'm giving with you resonates, and that allows me to tap back in to give you some more content. So I'm going to draw you a card, and then we are going to see what else comes through, because whatever it is, it's deep. I'm feeling a lot of tears at the back of my eyes as well, and there's something in particular about this woman, because I want to say, like, there's almost like diamond shaped earrings. I'm drawing attention to her earrings, but there's diamond shapes in particular, I don't know whether you still have them or whether you can remember them at all, but I'm feeling also very cold, and I feel like she would always want to have a cardigan or something like that. So Michelle Grady says, I totally get what you're saying. Thank you. Yeah, that so there's an aspect as well, but so I'm just describing that she's getting very cold. She'll have her little something on her shoulders, and I'm getting, it's important for you to speak up as well, because there's a sense that you're feeling really confused. So you say there's more than meets the eye as well, Michelle. It's been really coded. I'm just getting really tiny little bits. So let me draw you a card. There's also, I don't know whether you've been going into a shop or got these beads around, like crystals or energy beads. So they're being shown to me to wear around your wrist, because I think that's really important. There's a deep, dark energy around you. So I feel like there is someone following you around that is draining. Really, yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it. And I think that's probably how you feel about this person as well. So you attract a lot of that, which is why I want to put that round tourmaline. Thank you, is what I'm getting, tourmaline. Louisa, hello, Louisa. And she's saying, hi, Angela, love listening to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to see you join me, Louisa. Yeah, tourmaline is what I was getting for you. And I want to talk about smudging. I want to talk to you about clearing the house as well. So for some reason, I'm not getting a hell of a lot. I want you to be studying some kind of like healing work, like Reiki or something, so that you can understand your third eye. Because yeah, there's like inflammation as well. It's either you or someone around you, and I'm getting placing a little bit of problems around the ovaries, and a lot of it is to do with stress, but I'm feeling a lot of inflammation as well. So I know I want to work with the health. Someone's also got a wheelchair. I don't know who that person is. Can you take someone in a wheelchair? Disability allowance. So I want to sort that one out. Central heating. There's something about the central heating playing up. Also House of Fraser. I don't know whether you're planning to go there. I want you to have some shopping bags. Treat yourself. I also want you to have a pedicure as well too. I need you in the sun. A recognition and rewards. I want you to be recognized. Promotion or stepping out. That hasn't happened yet. Chocolate. I don't know whether you eat a lot of chocolate. Maltesers is what I'm saying. And there's someone around you that needs to sort out their teeth, because as I'm saying it as well. And I'm going to just give you a card, and then I'm going to go to the next read. Choose wisely. I'm seeing someone going under the ladder, so I'm feeling like you are extremely superstitious. So I want to say it's all in the head, which is probably why I wanted to do some grounding with you and have you in your body. I feel like something in the past has troubled you and you haven't been able to let go. And also see something about a vehicle. But what I want to say is, when I'm getting this card, it's about being able just to understand the what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what is truth, and what it is that you're sensing from other people. So I do want you to be able to get a handle on your clairvoyancy, and that will help you to be more in your body and to sort out the feelings of to differentiate your anxiety to your trauma. So I hope that's made sense. It's a little bit deep, it's a little bit coded. I've gone a little bit around the houses, but I hope that that's given you some information that has resonated. And thank you for joining me, Michelle, and thank you for affirming with me that my reading with you made sense. So I leave you with a lot of love and light, and do feel free to contact me after to let me know how that was for you. Okay. Right, Amelia Melis, I'm going to go for you for general read. So let me see where you are. Okay, Michelle Grady says, wow, very emotional. Yes, thank you to you, Michelle. So let me go to Amelia. Just shout me a hi to let me know. I've got a newspaper with you, and I've got something about publicity as well, Michelle. I also see a chalkboard, so I feel like, again, this, I don't know if this is something about studying. Let me just check my iPad to see if you're there. I want to clear, let me just do a little bit of tidying, and there's something going to have, you're going to have a spot check of some sort. So be alert, be ready for, it's like a self-assessment or some kind. So just get all your affairs in order, nothing sinister. I feel like it will be absolutely fine, but be prepared. So there's a sense that I want to get you organized, and I also want you to have more, I want more cash for you. Okay, so Amelia, I can't see you on here, so just shout me, otherwise I'm just going to pull another card, and then I'm going to go on to the next reading as well. Please love, like, and share, guys, if you can. That would be amazing. There's some things that you're firming up. So I don't know what that is, and I can see a fan because I feel like I'm really hot. So I need some aircon around you, and something about, I don't know if these are the hormones with you, but I feel like I'm getting hot flushes. So I want you to sort that one out. I don't know if you've got a couple of boys as well. So I want to take time out. Can you go to the cinema or something that would just relax yourself, get you into your creative mind also, to give you some inspiration, because I can feel like there's a little bit of you going round and round. And I'll draw one more card, and then I'll go on to the next read because I can't see any of your comments, Amelia. There we go. I seem to be delivering a lot about these messages, a lot of messages on moving on. Changes is what I want to say in that. So I want to say with you, it's about mixing it up, which is probably why I want you to go into your creative mode, active, what do we call it? I want you to activate your, it's the dormant, it's like to neutralize the, prefrontal cortex thing. I'm not going to get too sciencey because I'm trying to read and give you advice at the same time, but changing up, mixing up your routine will bring in more abundance for you. Okay, so let's see who's next. Do love, like, and share, guys, if you can. That would be amazing. Next is Mary Heaven. I love that name, Mary Heaven. Mary Heaven says, can I have a reading? You certainly can, Mary. I'm getting really itchy. I'm getting itchy neck. I'm getting itchy around here. And I want to say it's all about the vibrations as well. I'm feeling a little bit cold, so I feel like I have a chill. I don't know if you feel that around you, Mary, but there is a lot of spirit that come around you. Are you burping a lot? Something about repeat, indigestion, or something repeating on you. Let me get my words right. And I want you to get what you want. You have to have a little bit of diplomacy on how you get there. So I feel like there's some deep discussions to be had. And Mary says, yes, we're spirit. That is amazing. I just love it when you can kind of feel them come near. Talk to them, Mary. Sure you do, but talk to them and listen. You can feel the breeze, but sometimes you need to I've got step back, take a break, allow things to formulate. So there is a sense of you having a sabbatical or something. Whatever you're waiting for, it's not quite the time yet. Yeah. It's not quite the time yet. Am I plugging into relationships just then? It went in and then it went out for some reason. Somebody's gone quiet on you. I don't know whether there is, and literally whether that's been picking up, whether you're picking up the phone, whether this is on the phone, but I just get the sense that someone has gone quiet on you. There's a little feeling of abandonment there. That's what I feel. What I've got is, so I'm just reading Amelia says shared. Thank you, my darling, for sharing. And someone has gone quiet on you, I think. Does that make sense to you, Mary? So Mary says yes. So it's just not the time yet. That's what I have. And let me pull you a card and I'm going to go to the next read. And if you are liking what you're seeing and you're looking for a reading, just don't forget to spread a little bit of love by sharing or tag a friend, just to let them know that of my work. Okay, thank you, Mary, for your confirmation. That really helps. Let me say, don't be scared. Don't be scared. And the deception is on yourself, because I think you buy into a lot of your, you can make a lot of excuses. You make a lot of excuses. You're not quite where you need to be yet. Where you need to be, I'm not too sure, because I want to formulate more of a vision. I'm not getting that completely. I'm seeing feathers and things. So I wonder if this is about mediumship with you. So developing your channel, and is it that you convince yourself otherwise that you can't do it? Because when I draw that card, it's about not talking yourself out of doing the things that are meant to be for you. But what I wanted to do is clarify the love relationship, and it's not, don't take it personally. And yeah, I feel like he'll be coming back. Thank you. And Mary says, yes, I think I can't do it. Well, I know you can, because I can feel spirit around you. So that's amazing. Hello, Samina. Sorry guys, if I'm looking to the side, it's because I'm can't see. I'm looking at my laptop for the comments. We are streaming on 3 different pages as well. So Eileen, welcome. She says, hey, beautiful. Would really appreciate love reading, please. Let me just check my admin team first. Oh, okay. I'm ignoring the admin team. So we've got George Bushell. We've got Georgie Bushell. So I'm flipping from admin team and to my looking at the comments on the thread. So let's have a look what we have here. Let's have a, I'm getting all my words mixed up. Are you feeling a bit tongue-tied at the moment? I also feel like I've got a little bit of Cockney working with me, so I'm really East End with you. So Georgie, do say hello. Do say hello. I will draw a card before I until I get a hello, and if not, we'll go on to the next read. I do like to have a little bit of communication with you guys. So you say you want a life reading. I want to say to you, I want to get very, what do we call it? Philosophical with you. I feel like you think you're really, really deep. Oh, there we are, Georgie. Okay. I feel like you're an incredibly deep thinker. I want to say get to your roots. I don't know whether you are thinking about you're self-employed as well, I think, by the way. And it's about your heritage. I don't know whether you've been, do you feel like life in the ancestry, like your maybe you don't know completely your family background, because I want you to investigate more of where you're from. And I'm getting a real deep sigh when I say that, because I just feel like I'm really fed up. So I know there's a little bit of purpose and meaning that you're yearning for. Business is good, ish. And I'm saying ish for you because I know that you one that likes to strive. But I do feel like your passion, it needs to come out more, because you're feeling, Georgie says, yes, I really do. Why is your, yeah. Are you questioning things at the moment? You're questioning things. There is a sense of going, there's a sense for you of going, shall I go left? Shall I go right? And I also want to say you need to buy some time. Because I can see you biting at a bit for some change, and I can feel that you're fed up. But I just feel like you're definitely questioning things. Okay. But I feel like you need to wait a little while for more information to come to you before. And you've been asking for a sign. I feel like you're speaking to those up there, and you're just saying, just show me. So less is more, I want to say to you. And I do feel like you're trying too much, and whatever this is, there's a relationship around you where it feels like it's a little bit like you're in the playground. There's a little someone who's got like really they're using, their words aren't the better. It's like I want to get what I'm trying to filter what this. I'm trying to filter what spirit are saying to me. There's no filter up there. But someone's got like a foul mouth. Okay, and I'm seeing that you're doing all the washing up. Yeah, I do feel like I want you to break away. And yeah, because you're right near the kitchen sink. Okay, and Georgie says that makes perfect sense. Thank you. You're right near the kitchen sink. That says for me, stand up, stand up, stand up. That's all I'm getting is stand up. Physically, I'm getting somebody say that to you. Okay, and I need you to feel proud of yourself. There's full of shame around you. I need you to feel really proud of yourself, and don't take that in. And I feel like there's a child around you. You're a child. I'm giving you the month of March, and I'm giving you the month of May as well. And don't bite your fingernails. Okay, Georgie, I hope that has helped you. Short and sweet, but yeah, these are just a little taster readings, guys. Plus I have an awful lot of spirit that are working with me. They're just like crazy wanting to get to you all. So lots of love to you. Okay, I'm going to Eileen for a general reading. So Eileen, okay, Georgie says I'm pregnant at the moment. Bless you. And all will be good. Okay, all will be good. I'm getting all will be good. Okay, so let's go for Eileen. Say hello, guys. Do love, like, and share if you can. For for some reason, I feel like, oh, yay. He says, yeah, I'm here, lovely. Okay. I want you to, I feel like I've got a grandma with you, but she's telling me about the physical appearance of you, that you're going round and round in your head. Yeah, okay, I don't know whether you're just doing that, looking in the mirror and things like that. So I just want to say, hey, like, almost, I'm getting a real telling off. So it's just like, stop it. Are you having, do you have a little thing about clothes? I feel like a clothes addiction or something there. And if I'm getting clothes addiction, I wonder if it's a little bit about like you're putting things on and it going, oh, this doesn't look right, and then you're putting it back on, and then you're that's what I'm thinking about, clothes addiction. So I just want to go, stop it with you. And I want to say that's linked to your anxiety. We want you round, just want to, yeah. So I'm putting my counselor hat on and all this sort of stuff, because I don't want you to, it's taking up too much time. Are you going to, I've got links to America with you. Really, yeah, America. Arnie says, yes, I've currently lost my voice. My vocal cords are swollen at the moment. Yes, have clothes addiction and you love shopping. And, you know, I think there's something that you've actually got that makes you feel, that makes you look $1 million, I want to say. I want you to wear that one more. It's like you only have one outfit and then you get bored, but there's this particular one that I'm looking at that's like, wow. So Eileen, I'd love to go to America, but no plans to. There's something that you're buffering things. I feel like you're exhausted as well, and you're buffering between, you're going in between a relationship, or you're patting something down, you're making it okay, you're comforting a situation. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And I just feel like there's moments of sadness, and I don't know whether this is a bereavement that I'm plugging into, because I think like you can think, but then all of a sudden you just detach, and I feel like there's a link to loss. I think this is a link to loss. Hello, Jackie, lovely to see you. Says I could not join, but I'm here. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, you said, Eileen, you said you miss your dad. Okay, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting tissues on the pillow. I know that's okay. Have I worked with you and your dad before? I don't know if I have or not. I'm getting it like you stick thin. That's what I'm getting when I'm plugging into your dad's vibration. I'm trying to get your father to now, do you wonder, because I feel like I want you to be brave, because I feel like he's saying to me that he took the easy way out. So I don't know whether, also, what is he in denial of? There's sometimes things that he would have pushed under the carpet in his life, and he's making that known to me, but I don't know when in his passing he took an easy way out, like he didn't really look after himself, and he could have maybe had more of an effort about things, but that's what he's saying. And he's also saying to me that there's an element of you that's repeating things. So whatever you're thinking around towards him, it feels like you're going around a particular thought process, and you're going around it over and over and over in your head, something about settlement or closure or regret. But I want to put your mind to rest around some of that. And I'm also being drawn attention to eyelash. I don't know if you've had an eyelash in your eye recently or something like that. But he was around you, and he's saying that don't cry. And he says, yes, absolutely spot on. Yes, you've given me one reading in the past last year, I think. Okay, I just, for some reason, okay, he was a heavy drinker, never let on to us, or had bad he was, and didn't want to be resuscitated at the end. Okay. that's what I wanted to say. And you just bought, well, you just bought magnetic eyelashes. How funny. Okay, so it's like going round and round and round and round in the head, and I'm going it like that because I feel like there's a lot of anger there as well when I'm saying it for you. And also I'm linking into, when I'm also linking to the alcohol, I'm feeling like there's anger there as well. And I don't know whether you're chewing your jaw or anything like that, because my jaw is just like locked. Okay. So here is really stuck, and I want to say pardon, and I feel like I want to say pardon from him for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if that, does that make sense to you, why I've got it like that? Hello Richard, lovely for you to join. Hello Hanif. Yeah, let me, okay, let me just see. He's like, I want to say like kind of like a bold, brash, but for some reason that's all I'm getting, and then now he's gone. So Annie says, yes, I want to do my transformational life coaching, but it's hard at the moment because of my vocal cords. Yes, makes a lot of sense. Okay, let me see. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that makes sense with me with the vocal cords, right? Your vocal cords is linked into your grief. That's what's made me go quiet, and that's what's made him step back. He would be dubious to link in with me, although he has, because he knows how heightened you can get. And I do feel like the link to expressing yourself, like this is just all to do with blocking things out, because I still feel like it's really painful, really, really painful. But I am getting you like stick thin. So I want you to be putting on some weight. That's definitely what he's saying to you. I want to say that I've got a pair of big shoes. So I don't know whether you still have his shoes around, or, but I'm just being drawn attention to his feet because they're like just being shown to me that they're big. And I want to say, like, I'm just getting the color brown. So that just is something quite specific, but that was meant to be for you. And there is something about music, particularly like with a guitar, so something acoustic, some kind of song that would mean something to you. So I want to give that, and give that the acoustic music to you, because that is just a little bit of confirmation that he's around. So please take his love. Please take, there's a sense as well of biting lip. I don't know whether that's you or him. You've got been losing weight, and they think I have a hernia. I want to just say, I could just stay with you for ages, actually, to be honest. So I would just say, yeah, let me just draw you a card to close down the read. And then I'm going to go to admin team and see who's next. Oh. Was he deaf in one ear? Because I'm like that, because I get very much about the pardon, but I also feel that he wasn't listening. And there's an apology around that. And so I just want to make that clear. And it's quite specific how he's saying that to me. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I hope that has helped, and bless you. Okay. So let's see who's next. We have Jade on camera, but we're going to, hang on. Okay, sorry, I was just reading that. But yeah, we've got Jade on camera. I actually need to put salute anyway, so that is fabulous timing. And guys, don't be shy to come on and do a camera reading, because they're amazing, and you will, I promise you get a lot more. I just can't explain it. So we're going to pop an ad, and then I'm going to be back with Jade for an on-camera reading. And I could just see a little bit of it. I could just see the throat there a little bit. So I know that you're holding back some tears. But I will bring in some information so you know that who I have, and if that resonates with you. Are you, is there someone around you who's backtracking on something? Do you understand what I mean? Is this like in a relationship?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. I want you moving on, and I want you soldiering on. Yeah, I feel like you're on your own. It's not about him not loving you. It's about you being brave enough to move on, because there's a limiting life experience that you have. But your time is yours now. This is about you. So I've got the accelerated motion and the fulfillment of wishes. And I feel very much about you. Have you been packing your bags, literally, or been thinking about that?
Yes, to go on a trip back home.
Yeah. So I think the way that you've been packing your bags is because you are ready to find yourself, because that trip is going to take you into your own, and it's going to give you I feel like you're moving home, by the way.
I hope so. I've been working on it.
That you're in a good place to go at this alone.
Okay.
It's bravery. And as I'm saying that, my hand is really heating up. It's really quite warm. How do you feel with what I've said to you?
It definitely resonates. It's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm very careful. I feel like I've got a lot of emotion with me, and I'm very careful when I advise.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want it to come from an intellectual opinion. I want to be very, if I'm saying to go, it's because I feel in my heart that there's freedom around the corner. And I'm a big advocate for mending relationships. And I can see where arguments and things can go wrong, but I can just see you going from strength to strength. And if that confirmation resonates, it's because all you needed is for me just to clarify what you already know.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Oh, hello. And hello, Jade. I could see you in the waiting room as well. Can you hear me, by the way? Everything's...
Oh. I don't know if I can hear you.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's see if that is any different. Can you hear me now?
Let's see. I can't seem to hear you for some reason.
Oh. Yeah, my mic is on. So anyone from the comments, can you Can anyone let me know if you can hear me? Check your volume. Can you check your volume on your cam, on your side?
My sound and my mic's on. I'm sort of lip reading you now.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not too sure. My mic is on, but I'm not too sure why I can't hear anything.
Okay, so we're being told to check the volume on your side. It could be that you need to go onto
I've muted and
another
unmuted
device.
myself, so that don't seem to make a difference, which is so strange.
You've muted and unmuted. Okay. Oh, you've muted, I think.
Let me
Oh,
look at my
I think you got.
settings.
Samina says you can hear me. Beanie says you can hear. Maya says you can hear. Yeah, I'm good my side. If we
I
have,
think everything's as it should be. It's just
okay. So I tell you what we're going to do is, I think, Rach, I'm going to just contact. We might have to come back into the room again, and try it that way. So I'll get my admin is just messaging me now to let me know, because I feel like we just need to exit the room and then come back in again. Okay, so it says, okay, let's do Jess. Okay, so we're going to go to another reading and then we're going to come back. We'll do it like that. So we'll get there. We'll get there, Jade. So Jess, oh, but okay, that's it. I thought we'll get, so Jade, okay, she's in the waiting room. We're streaming from 3 different platforms: my Counselling Health Angelina Ray page and my Angelina Ray personal profile. So if you can't see all of the comments, that would be why. And do remember to love, like, and share, and to keep in communication with me when you are having your reading. So Jess, we're going to work with you next. I want to say to you, things have landed on oh gosh, I can't describe it. What's the words? I get these words from spirit. Deaf's ears. Is that the word? Or deaf's, what's that saying? Deaf's doors, I think. I'm terrible. I think it's been neat to be basically saying, because I feel like I have a granddad energy, like he's old, elderly, 70s, 80s, I want to say, but he's and he's shaking his hand, really quite talking like this. Whatever you're saying is landing on, it's not being heard, basically. Thank you. I want to say it how it's coming through, but I just can't. Okay, you said you miss your sister. Angel wings, I'm getting. That's quite I'm getting something specific about angelic vibrations when you talk about your sister. And I actually literally see angel wings. So I don't know if this is on a picture, or I want to say you're also guided. You're guided by her and with her. Do you feel like she looks like you? Because I feel like there's a family resemblance, and also I'm getting a link to a family, to an heirloom or something like that. And I do feel like it's a birthday or there's a particular celebration around you at this point of time or very soon. And I want to also say, are you going local? Because yeah, I don't know why they're just whatever it is you got to go local. I also feel like there's a pub around you. For some reason, I know you're sorting out a few discrepancies as well. Would you say your sister, I feel like a brunette, but I feel like there's a wave to her hair as well. Oh, can I see your comments on here, Jess? At the moment, you just say you miss your sister. I feel like there's a wave to it as well, and I feel like I'm getting it like mermaid. So I'm like, why am I like she was swimming, or she liked swimming, or she was like a mermaid? I just want to say she's in and out of water a lot. Just do let me know if any of this resonates. I know sometimes you can be intently listening, so sometimes that's why you go quiet. Okay, there's links to YouTube. Are you going onto YouTube? I feel like there's something where you're just watching a lot, particularly on that YouTube channel. And I just feel like even with that, she'll be around guiding you. I'm just waiting for Jess to reply. I just like to have a little bit of feedback sometimes. So that is after Jess is okay. I feel like there's chewing gum around you. Someone around you is chewing gum. Someone around you is chewing gum. And let me just make sure that my volume's up, hopefully. Drawing attention to stomach issues as well. And do you feel like you are blindsided? That needs to come in as well. I'm just giving it. I'm just talking to you how spirit will come, and I'll wait for you to pull up on anything that I say. I also feel like I want to deliver a message to someone. So there is something that I want you to get across, even though I know that things are falling on deaf. It's just not being listened to. I also want you to be able to speak your truth. That's really, really important. That's really, really important. I feel like with your sister as well, because your sister's coming intermittently, I feel like I'm here and I want to give you a hug, but I also want to hug you in a way that I've got a really tight grip. I feel really a little bit weak and I feel a little bit frail, but I feel like I'm holding on when I'm there. But I want to really place attention to a family heirloom. That's really important to say. And I also have these earbuds on because there's something about you not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening also to your own advice as well. There's a few affairs that I want you to sort out. I think, again, that's going back to getting things across. And Jess, I hope that's helped you. I'm going to go to the next reader now because I'm not too sure if you are online. But definitely as I'm linking in, because I want to say as I'm linking in is because it's also about, okay, this sisterly field doesn't want you to go. And I feel like, would you understand that I'm almost like clutching for you? So although she's left you, there's a sense that when she was here, there's a feeling of not wanting you to go. So I'm going to leave that with you, and I hope some of that resonates. Okay, let's see who we got on next. We have got Meredith. So Meredith, are you there? Let me know if you are, Meredith, and then I will work with you. Oh, okay. So Meredith, you're going to have a general reading. I can't see you on here. Everyone just feels like it's funny because like I'm seeing that with Meredith, I feel like there's an abandoning of there's an abandoned ship. So it's like, yeah, abandoned ship, abort mission. It's like just I want to run. But I also feel like in your situation, it's an element of sink or swim. Also, I'm getting the thing that ride or die. So it's ride or, what is that thing? Whatever you're doing, there's like a risk-taking feel about you, and it's like all or nothing, but I want you to be in it to win it. I feel like I have a gentleman with me working with you in spirit, but for some reason I'm not really I'm not giving the reads until I can see that I'm actually working with you, that you're here, because there's no comments on here. There's no comments. I can't see any comments. So it could just be my end. But if I can't see a comment, then I'm going to go to the next reading. And then we'll go to Jade. We can go to Jade on camera. Okay, let's go to Jade. Hello, Jade. Hello. Can you hear me? We've got Jade on cam, but I don't know whether you can hear. Ah, we've got volume now? Don't you just love technology? Okay, so let's do Karen. Karen Nasser, I will link in with you. Karen, okay, let me just take a little. I need to take, so as I'm taking a pause, I need to take a break. So I want to take a physical break, but I also want you to take a break as well. And I don't know whether you're being told this, maybe from your mum, and just like you got to slow down. You got to slow down. So Karen, you said, am I heading in the right direction in life? Yeah. Not everything is obligatory. So what I want to say is there's a part to you at the moment that feels like it's a bit black and white. So I want to expand your options and choices a bit, because there's a sense of you going tunnel vision and you're not even seeing things that are coming in. There's opportunities around you. And I also want to link into love as well. I feel like in the past, I don't feel like have you got a partner? Let me know. So I don't know whether this is, but I'm just saying that people, you can get attention, you can grab attention, but you wouldn't even know that somebody was even looking at you. That's how I want to say it. Somebody was even looking at you, because you'd be so okay. So you says, Karen, yes, you're married. There's but there is a sense that you can still, even though you're married, you can still turn heads, is what I'm saying. So there's a sense to you that you feel like you've passed it, or I don't know why you're feeling there's this like no motivation, but you're not even inspired. Like whatever you want to, when you said when you're on the right path, it's like there's a feeling of it's over, if that makes sense to you. So I don't know whether you're having I don't want to say you're having a second opinion on your marriage. Let me draw a card. You're where you're heading with your thoughts. Okay. You know, I want to say also go through things like one by one. So I think that whatever you're doing, also I'm not sure why it's not being so clear with you what I'm actually getting into. Hello, Charlotte. Hi, Angelina. How are you? Nice to see you. Karen, I need to get focused. So I'm feeling really distracted. I feel like I can't concentrate. I feel like I'm not being able to communicate myself. I can't be personal. I can't talk about myself. I can't share. This is the energy that I have with you, and this is how I'm working with you. I feel really blocked. So is this to do with your mental health? Is this, when I say mental health, I don't want to stigmatize, but also feel like I don't want anyone looking at me. I feel like I'm shy, or like I just feel like you're extremely glamorous, or there is this personality that wants to shine, that turns heads. And this is what I'm saying to you about people. You could capture people's attention. People could be in awe of you. You've got such a charismatic energy, but for whatever reason you don't see it, you don't feel it. But I'm feeling like I just can't even like look I can't even look at myself, but I'm feeling really, really confused. So Karen says you have a lot on your plate recently. There's a hell of a lot of things that are happening emotional, and I feel like I'm withdrawn, but I feel like this is secrecy, and there's some stuff that's really, really personal. I feel like there's emotions that you're holding down that you don't find easy to talk about or to express. You've come on for a live reading, but also I know that there's things that I wouldn't even know how to begin to talk about because it's so deep rooted. And I also feel like I want to bring in your nan when I'm talking about this, because I feel like your nan was around to help look after you or care for you. Because I do want to have links into the past. I feel like you've gone on you've been on a mission, and all of a sudden you're at this stage of life where things have come to a halt and things have caught up on you. But yeah, Nan's vibration feels like she wants to step in there. I feel like she would be quite chesty. I don't know whether she was a gospel choir singer or something like that, because I just feel like I've got like this really loud voice when I'm speaking to her, speaking with her. She's like booming. But also, I don't know whether I've got links to flats around her, around where she, I don't know, do you know? I don't know if you know the area of Peckham or something like that, but I'm getting like built up areas because I feel like that's where I want to sort of see Nan and part of her life. And I wonder if Nan is a large part to play with when you are feeling a little bit there's a longing and there's a missing for nurture, is what I just want to say, that I feel like I miss her hug. I do feel like, have you got sisters and brothers? Because I feel like that I'm part of a large family, like a large network, but for some reason I just want to pull you all closer. I don't know whether there was a family funeral or there was something recently that would have you all around. But yeah, you've said you've got brothers. Okay. Yeah, it just feels like there's few and far between. What's few and far between? I'm not quite getting it. I'm not quite getting that. For some reason, sometimes my link goes a little bit weak when I know I want to hone into something soulful, something spiritual, but something personal. So I'm going to draw you a card, and then I'm going to go on to the next reading with you. I do feel like it's a healing link, and I want to say also things to the back of your thigh. I don't know whether it's sciatica or something like that. And orthopedic mattress. I know I want to get something with your, just to give you to help you with your orthopedic mattress. That's what I want to say. And I'm going to draw you a card. So I feel like this is more of a counselling reading, so I'd love to do a one-to-one with you about that. So choose wisely, and that is with your thoughts. And there's a feeling of not wanting anyone to leave your side. So there's also like you not being able to come out of your comfort zone because there's a lack of confidence when you haven't got someone who's standing with you. I don't feel like it's difficult for you to be alone. It's difficult for you to be alone, but I also think that those times where you can I want you walking in a park, actually, and the sense of freedom in that by being with your own thoughts. But for some reason, you have to always have company. You always have to have someone coming with you, because that just sort of stops you from thinking too much. But I want to say it's in the company of your own thoughts that you get to work it out. So yeah, do PM me to have I feel like spirit guidance, but also a personal read into your inner child and a little bit of shadow work. So I'll leave it there for you, and I hope that has helped you, Karen. Okie dokie. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Jade is back. So hopefully third time lucky. Everything's been happening in threes for me this week. There had been, no lie. So let's see. Can you hear me? You can hear me.
Hello, can you hear me? I can actually hear you now. Sorry about that.
That's no worries. It happens, right? It happened to me last week. I didn't have my volume on. Something
Yeah,
magical.
but I've finally got my laptop set up. So yeah, all ready to go.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you've come on to do on-cam reading. I'm getting like a rainbow coming across me in the sky. I don't know if you've been seeing rainbows lately, but there's a thing about rainbows that I have with you. I want to say that you are, yeah, I do. And it's like, okay, where am I going? Yeah, when you spoke, I was like, oh gosh, yeah, I can hear your voice. Do you feel like you get spoken over a lot, or you're just bombarded with other people's opinions, and you're sort of are you quite quiet personality wise? Let's ask that.
Do you know what? I feel like I'm quite quiet and reserved until I get to know people, and then that's when the real me starts to come out. I take a while to warm up to people, and I feel like I'm like a sitting duck. I sort of observe and see how people are. I sort of like feed off of that energy, and I'm like, you know, will we work? Am I compatible with you? So like I'm like that with friendships as well. I'm like, I'm sort of that way inclined, and I'm actually on a placement at the moment, and there's so many opinions, and I'm just like, a lot of the time I'm just like, no. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that are very vocal, and it's
because that's the vibe where I'm communicating with you, and I can't get, it's like you can't get, or I can't get an edge. You can't get a word in edgeways, and actually what happens is you get interrupted, and then when you do communicate, I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied, and there's tongue-tied that I get a sensation with you, but as I'm getting tongue-tied, I'm getting this really fun experience in my hand and in my wrist. So my hand is kind of like that. I don't know whether this is a lady. I don't know whether do you know anyone who has passed over with a stroke or something there with the mobility, but my hand just wants to go really limp.
My mum.
Okay. I really feel like that has got me there, and I feel like I'm just like, I can't breathe, I can't speak, I feel panicked, I'm really out of breath. So I feel that what's happened is it still hasn't been processed yet, because I can feel your mum's hand, and it's really quite strong, you see. So her presence is I want to say that you can't get an image out your head, or the way that she's passed, or it's vivid. Does that make sense to you?
She's still very much alive, but it's just the first initial meeting, it was very difficult, and that's still in my mind.
So it's a shock, and it just feels like you can't, like I said, the processing, it needs to be processed. I also feel like I want you to calm down, because it feels like you're on edge about this a little bit, and let me get this. I almost you are taking in a lot of the responsibility. You're taking a lot of, do you feel like there's something that there's a thought that's going on about you going to be in trouble, or it's going to get you in trouble? What am I picking up?
I don't think that would relate to my mum. I'm not too sure what that could be, to be fair. It might be on my placement, things that are going on, things that I feel like on my placement, a lot of stuff is not being told to me. I feel like it's very overwhelming at times. So it could be in that sort of sense where I'm feeling maybe that alarming feeling.
Yeah, because there's a real, there's a real sense that you're gonna do something wrong. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I don't have any confidence when I'm in your energy. And I feel like with your mum's, there's also finance. Are you sorting out a disability allowance or some kind of financials?
So when I actually started my placement, because I actually work in a school, I actually sorted out like a disability allowance. So that's all gone through because I've actually got dyslexia. So that's all been sorted, but I don't feel like I've got as much support as I could have on that front. So I've had to do like a lot of stuff on my own. So it has been quite challenging.
So the disability allowance has come in, and that's linked in when I'm talking about this experience of you not having the confidence, because what has gone on around that, well, like you said that you haven't had the support, is really knocked you in so many other ways to how you are in the school. So that makes sense to me. Also, why we had to link into mum's energy, because I want to say a lot of this read is about forgiveness, but forgiveness on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I already feel like I'm a little bit lighter because I can put my finger on it. And it's important that you could be recognised, that what you've been through has been acknowledged. That's what I want to say. And I do feel like you're very much on your own. And there's a feeling of being isolated. But for some reason, it's like isolated more and more. Like I feel like you're just really going into your shell. Like it's just escalating. And there's a feeling of, well, if you don't get it sorted out now, it could just get worse. Does that make sense to you?
I guess like with sort of isolation, it could be in the sense maybe like surrounding, within like the school, because I feel like outside of the school, I really come into my own. I see my friends and, I see my boyfriend and everything. I feel in the school, I've connected with certain people, but I've isolated myself in other instances because I know I finish in July. So I feel like it's hard to be my true self, if that makes a sense. And I haven't tried to make really strong, solid relationships because I know I'm going to leave. And yeah, it's a real difficult one that I feel like I'm battling with myself constantly.
Yeah, you've got two sides to you. One that just wants to go out and get there, and then another that just withdraws. And there's a part of you that is linked to endings. Where you're saying that this is going to be a new chapter, and for some reason things have just seized up where you can't quite embrace connection. You've got a small network, but it could be bigger, and it's trapping you from having a fuller life. So yeah, that how was that to feel, the reflection that I'm giving you? What's that like to hear it on the other side?
It feels like really sort of true to sort of how I'm feeling. Like I feel like with me, I'm constantly sort of battling, I guess, with like, because it is being a trainee teacher. So I'm a trainee teacher at the moment, so I'll be qualified soon. But it's that sort of balance between wanting to go out, wanting to have a life, and then sort of having to do planning and that sort of aspect to it. I find it very challenging because there's two sides to it, and I find it very restricting at times. But I've tried to balance outside of the school, but when I'm back to the school, I'm just like, I can't reply to people. I feel withdrawn in certain senses, and I start to feel quite guilty. But it's like I just don't have the time, and then I'm balancing a part-time job as well. So it's very, very difficult.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just scanning your energy as you talk, and then I'm just really scanning your energy and looking at feeling the stories that you say and it's not the stories that you tell, but that I really feel the sense of fear around abandonment, but growing up and becoming an adult. The woman, embracing the woman in you is very, very hard because you're trapped as a child. You're trapped as a child because the child part of you hasn't been realized and acknowledged yet, and it's your way of being able to keep control. It's a way to keep yourself safe. Could you feel that from me?
Yeah, that makes total sense. I feel like as a child, I did have to grow up very fast, if I'm being honest. And yeah, knowing how to do that was very difficult. I was just like, I don't really know how to do it. I just sort of done it the way I thought. And I feel like I haven't embraced my inner child self at times, as silly as that sounds. But yeah.
There's a huge pressure when you say it, because I'm really feeling it within my forehead, you see, and what that does is it affects your discernment and your intuition, because the choices that you make become that much more obligatory. It feels obligatory. What's coming here is a sense of pressure, and I also want to say resentment. So back into the past, when you had to make those decisions and choices, you had to make choices when you shouldn't have had to, because of you growing up very quick. The resentment is blocking you emotionally, and that's the conflict that you have for being free. You see, the part of you. Could you feel that? What was going on as I brought that in? What were you thinking? What were you feeling?
Just sort of back to like my child state of mind. But I've as an adult, like, it's been hard trying to like move past that. I feel like I've really made progress in the past few years, like blocking that out and just sort of moving forward and realizing what's happened has happened and I need to move forward. And that's what's blocking me, because I did feel a lot of anger as a child and a lot of resentment. And then I realized growing up, I didn't need to feel that. And I've sort of learned to get past that in my own way. It's still there a little bit, but it's something I push to the back of my mind, and it's still like a healing, ongoing process. It's, you know, it's still there, but I'm like, it's not as present as it once was.
Okay, so what's happening is I'm feeling the pressure within the third eye, and when you said that I blocked it out, but it's still a little bit occasionally there. That's the intermittent feeling that I'm getting here.
Yeah.
So what you're attracting is, notice at the beginning we said about the friendship groups where you can't get a word in edgeways. Things are getting interrupted. You're not able to speak. That's a repetition from what happened in the past. And I also want to say, just before I dig in a little bit more, and I'm being aware this is a public platform, you see. So what I want to do is ask you a few questions, and I'm going to do some cards, because this is all like a mini therapy session. But what I want to do is scan you, help you to work through that block, just so that you know that that's exactly what you're holding on to. Also, before you leave, with the card that I would draw and the read that I'll give, a sense of that's what you're holding on to, but this is how this is almost like the options and the choice that I have as well. So what's going on with you? What you're thinking, what you're feeling as I've just said that?
Do you know, almost like a sense of relief, because it feels validated, what I felt as a child, because it hasn't always felt validated. Like, I had a reading before, it was quite a few years ago, and I felt like it was sort of like the blame was put on me, and I was thinking, but I was a child, I couldn't control what went on. So it was sort of that sort of sense. It went back to sort of like a past reading I'd had. And then just sort of what's going on currently, and with the job I'm doing, sort of how I feel like I've gone into this subconsciously to help children that maybe didn't have that voice and are from sort of deprived backgrounds, to sort of give them what maybe I felt like I couldn't sort of vocalize when I was little. I found it very difficult in that sense.
Yeah, 100% spot on. What's happening is you are putting right your old script by you, like you said, making a difference with vulnerable. It's just like vulnerable, but are they teenagers or adolescents? Because I feel like they're not young, but they're young.
Yeah,
they're children.
Yeah, little children.
They're little children, right? So notice what I'm saying, because although they're little children that you're working with, I feel like they're and this is exactly how you were as a child. You were a little child, but a teenager, adolescence in a little child's body, right?
Yeah.
So here you are working with little children here, but there's an essence of, and this is just getting the vibration right. And that's all it is. It's just about tweaking a few things. Like you said, it's not about what's right and what's wrong. And the thing is about readings is we can go into the energy and look at things as objectively, but we also want to be subjective as well. And I think that's why I look at it's so important to have a holistic approach when we deal with things like clairvoyancy, psychicism, and mediumship. You see, so that bit where I just want to go into, all of a sudden I've just gone blank. It was like, oh gosh, where have I gone? So I just want to check in. What's the thought that you've got, or what's the feeling that you've got right now?
Do you know, I don't really have a thought or feeling.
Okay.
I don't, like, since you've been speaking, it's just sort of my mind's even gone blank. It's really strange that you said that, because I'm not thinking of anything right now. Yeah.
Okay. So what I've just done is I've just spot checked you to say, hey, hang on a minute, something's happened. So I'm just acknowledging the detachment, you see, and that is about you sometimes not completely being in your body all the time. So when you work with the children, you're heavily empathizing with them, but a lot of it can be identification. And when you identify, that's where it goes a little bit where you go blank.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that's your safety to stop you from feeling the feelings that you had when you were a child. So you want to move forward, but all it is a little bit of strategy. It's not that you haven't got over the past, you just haven't had the manual to know how to use your high relational depth to work with these children, because you are healing them, but while you're healing them, you're having to be able to be aware of your past running simultaneously alongside that. And it's a little bit difficult because you haven't had the training. So I do feel like there's training to be had. Like, I just feel like I'm a therapist myself, but a lot of my clients then go on to become therapists just because they the process. So I just feel like there's the potential for you to really own your craft with the interest of, like, this stuff is like insane. When I get my head around it, it's like, I say magical, because as soon as you came in, I saw a rainbow over you. So I know that you get into all this thing about anything's possible. You can exceed the odds. You can push through barriers. You've got a very positive mind. You've got a positive mind, but you've also, within the positive mind, you have a little bit of where you block out anything that's uncomfortable.
So I have to agree with that. That makes sense.
So I think the work that we'll be doing, because it feel like I've just sort of planted a seed, and then what happens is how you deal with it going on, is you're looking to be able to feel more, and to feel more means to trust the intuition. Trust your intuition is to work through the resentment. And to work for the resentment, and I'm going to ask you, because you will have the answers. What do you think it is that your soul is requiring from you to transcend with the resentment that you hold?
I think genuinely just sort of spending more time with my mum, because of course that's sort of, it's where a lot of the depth lies. Just being in her company, just being with her entirely. I think, like, that's what heals me, and that's where I do feel really peaceful. And I don't have to say anything that I've been holding on to as a child, because it just all goes. It genuinely does. It's not something that even occurs or comes to mind, just being in her company. And I feel like that's what sort of brings me sort of like serenity and sort of calmness, which is so strange to say, as that's where sort of I've felt these feelings, but I do feel like calmness and I feel at peace when I'm with her. And when I'm not, that's when I start to feel a bit on edge, which sounds really, really strange, because I'm not in her company and I'm worrying, like, what if this, what if that?
to just be. It allows you to relieve yourself from that feeling of you mentioned guilt, or did you say guilt? I think I just picked up guilt.
I didn't say guilt, but I do feel a sense of guilt. Yeah.
So when you leave her,
I feel so guilty all the time, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a natural feeling that just comes to me, and I can't leave it.
That's the feeling, how you've internalized this sense of abandonment as a child, but you've turned it on into yourself.
I've turned it almost on its head, which is very strange. I know some people wouldn't do that, but that's how I've done it.
But you've done it so you could try and work it out. And because it goes turned inward, it becomes resentment again, because you don't like feeling the feeling. So to be able to just be, you see, so to be with mum, but to be able to be comfortable to express yourself without, it's not about blame, but it's about self-expression. You see,
definitely.
Could you feel that?
Definitely. I feel well, I had a tear rolling down my eye, but I feel really relieved. It's like you've just hit the nail on the head, and it's just it's just all the feelings I feel. I don't know why I'm feeling it, but as you've like explained, I've internalized it and I've flipped it on its head, and it's like I have to initiate, or I have to put it to a word or to something. Like I have to feel something instead of just being. Like I don't have to feel anything, I can just be in her company. It's like I'm always having to put a label on something, and I'm not entirely sure why. But it makes sense from what you said.
So what we've just done, and I'll pull a card before we close down, is I just wanted to have your some key emotions acknowledged and understood. And that bit where it says, that makes sense to me, they're the parts of you that will help. Okay, this is what the articulations that, I know we have a trouble here. Being understood, having things acknowledged are the parts of you that allow you, it's what, okay, I need to, if I glitch, it's because I need to just check in one more time. What's going on? What are you thinking? What are you feeling now? What's the thought that's going in your head? Where did you just go?
At the moment, I'm just sort of reflecting and thinking. I'm not really feeling anything. I don't feel as sort of like as heavy or apprehensive or as anxious as when I started, because of course I didn't know what was going to come up, but I was hoping something was going to be mentioned about my mum, because that's like a big sort of factor, and I always want to know she's okay. That's always subconsciously in my mind. But I'm feeling a lot more sort of like relieved and sort of like validated, and there's a strong sense of like calm. Definitely a strong sense of calm. I don't feel as heavy as when I started. Definitely not. I feel like some of that tension has been relieved.
And exactly is why I glitch, because it's my cue to bring back for you to pin it your way. Is exactly what that is. When you start to express yourself, you become relieved. You relax. Do you know, relaxing is the key state to accessing your intuition.
Definitely.
So you've got tons, let's say mad potential, but like the power in you. When you really get to work that mechanism, your mum's okay. Is you're feeling guilty all the time that gets in the way from really enjoying her.
And
the way you give yourself permission to express will change. You know, I just, this short space of time, think what will happen with just a few sessions of me. It's crazy.
So true.
The magic of hearing yourself is phenomenal. So I'm going to thank you as well, can I say, for being on this live in the public and being comfortable and being vulnerable. You're healing so many other people by being on here. So
no, thank you for having me. I think it's so important to go on live, because of course it would have been something I wouldn't have done like years ago. I'm like, no, it's so helpful for so many others and for myself. You get a lot from it.
You get, and the thing is I always say, energy is about reciprocation, and that's how you stop feeling resentful, because all this thing about we do this for love is about we do this for and when I say exchange, for flow, you see. And because you put one step in, you've invested, you've been courageous, you've been brave, you've been vulnerable, and you've got a hell of a lot of content. You've got all that acknowledgement, all that healing in this session, and it's because of what you were prepared to give, you know, and matched vibrationally to what you've then received. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think that makes
sense. No, that does make sense. It's almost like what you're saying is what you put into it is what you'll get out, as long as you're willing to sort of like invest. That makes a lot of sense.
100% correct. And it doesn't have to be financial. You know, some people can't afford therapy, but it's like the energy of it, because you've given there'll be some kind of exchange, you know. And it's exactly that, what you invest in, you will get back. And so thank you so much.
No, thank you. It's been lovely. And
stay in contact. Let me know how you get on.
Yeah, no, definitely. I will do. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And oh, one card before you go. So yes, it was turned in, you know, I'm a therapist, so it works like that, but it's all about healing. I'd say I was good trance medium that I know, and Janine, I can't remember her second name, but I remember one of her posts, she said, you know, readings are 80% healing and 20% evidential. And I've never forgot that. I said, no, you're spot on, because if you want to change, it's about being able to heal. So there's an authority card for you. And I think that is about being comfortable with your discernment, like that intuition part that just knows herself.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Take care.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. See ya.
Bye.
Now, I've never been on, how do I end that? Okay, it's ended for me because I've got an amazing admin team that helped me like that. Let me just see what we're doing with these. Okay, so yes, so I've noticed that we've had some glitches, we've had a little bit of we've had to work through some technical difficulties, but what I want to say is that would be my okay. Let me go for one reading and then we're going to close down, because I'm getting a lot of something's happening here. I'm clearing something. We'll go for one reading and then we will close down for the night. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Do leave your comments below of anything that has helped, and do spread the love. You can find me on angelinaray.com, and I'm here fortnightly, so, or just keep watching, keep following, and you'll see the comments on my next live will be partnerships and alliances for you, Gina. And I want to say to you, what do I want to say to you? Don't be afraid of the dark. So particularly around, well, I don't want to say don't be afraid of the dark. Let me just, okay, what did you say? So nice to say. We've got, who have we got? I just need to say a shout out to Mary Mavaga. Mary, you're gonna kill me. You're gonna God, you've told me how to pronounce your name so many times. Mary's my amazing. She's helped me on my lives for so long, and she's been an angel to myself. When I started these readings, she's been here helping me manage the comments and things. So Gina, what I want to say to you is, what do I want to say to you? My mind has just gone blank all of a sudden. I want a blank canvas as well. I just feel like there's new beginnings. There's new beginnings, but I want to wipe the slate clean. So it's almost like when I'm saying new beginnings for you, I think it's about elements of you can't turn back time. Ironically, I was talking about the aspect of being able to reflect and heal, but you can't turn back time, as in, what do I want to say about that? Because I've got my, have you got a couple of teenage boys around? I don't know how old you are. You look young, so, but I've got a couple of teenage boys. Got a couple of lads that are around you. And I want to say, I want to build bridges. I don't know whether I want to build bridges with them personally, or whether I want those two to build bridges with themselves. But I want to say it's about mending things like communication. So when I'm saying about the past not repeating itself, it's like putting some things behind you to let bygones be bygones is what I'm getting. Let bygones be bygones. And I want to get a calligraphy, because there's something about writing a pen, but there's something transformational about being able to put your thoughts down, but specifically with a pen. So I do want you writing things down. And let me just, it feels like you're a full-time mum. Yeah, and you've got a heavy load, like not even on the physical washing, but also emotionally. So don't have to take everybody's responsibilities on. Let them do it. So I feel like I'm linked to these boys. Let them do things for themselves. And you know, the most amazing thing about that is you hand them back their responsibility, which allows them to grow, and you set them free. Because I see a little bit of that. And that will give you more time to do the things that you are longing to do, but feel like you haven't got the time for. So I hope that makes sense for you, Gina. And thank you for being my last read of the night. Thank you all for joining me. Love, light and blessings. And do keep following me and watching my content. And I'm going to leave it like that, because I'm just going to be jabbing now, because obviously 2 hours and it's I'm up with the fairies, too much energy. See you on another evening. Take care. Bye-bye.
The most powerful relationship you will ever have is the relationship you have with yourself. I cannot emphasize just how important self-love is for anyone embarking on a journey of self-awareness and development. There are so many misconceptions on what self-love really is. People think it's about narcissism or selfishness, but no, it has nothing to do with things like that at all. And this is why I want to teach you about what self-love really is. So this is my free e-gift to you. I have put together a short ebook guide that will get you started on developing self-love. And this ebook will teach you 5 simple ways to be kind to yourself. starting today. This will help you increase your levels of self-appreciation and self-worth. There are fundamental aspects of happiness and joy and prosperity, and I'm going to include all of this into a short e-course and a free bonus in addition to the free ebook. I'm Angelina Ray, and I'm a qualified professional counsellor with a BACP accreditation, and I've been a therapist for over 20 years. I'm also a psychic medium, and my gifts allow me to communicate with loved ones from the other side, and I bring back messages to help you with healing and closure. I'm also a spiritual healer, a trained level 3 Reiki Master and spiritual life coach. I want to equip you with valuable tools as you start your journey, and that's why I'm giving away both these gifts for free. And with the information contained in both the ebook and the course, you'll be well on your way to nurturing the best version of you, and this will be in no time at all. But just remember, knowledge without implementation is absolutely useless, so be sure to practice what you will learn from these tools that I'm giving to you. Self-love is very important to me, and that's why if more people learn the art of self-love and practice it, the world will truly be a better place. So why don't you make a difference by starting with yourself?